Ndị be anyị kenekwanụ m unu. Anyị sị ka nkonye chiri ya zerụkwa. Anyị sị n'ụbọchị nketa mara na anyị mma na ihe adị ka echi na echi ada agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru ya, otu akọ ya dịrịrị. Ise ise ise. Anyị dịka o si dị ya bụ Easter News 24 ka anyị si wee wetara ya bụ ozizi n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nketa gbasata maka ya bụ ife na-eme n'obodo nọ n'ime ya. Ndị nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ n'iru akwụkwọ. Dịka o si dị, anyị wetara unu ozi one of the Biafran activists wetara n'iru akwụkwọ. Quote: Panic in Asolog as Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE give water promise to the Tinubu government as he ordered Biafran soldiers to take over Southeast. Alright, ya bụ ife ka eji maka ya webe n'iru akwụkwọ. Onye wetara ya bụ ozizi ya bụ one of the Biafran activists n'iru akwụkwọ ka a ga-egoro ihe o ji maka ya wee bịa. Ị ga-esi ya bụ ife drop right feature n'ụdị nke gị. Alright, over to you.
Languishing today across different styles in Nigeria and in Biafra land for nothing. They have not done anything except being Biafrans. They've not done anything except stating they do not want to live in the same country where you reintegrate and rehabilitate non-terrorists because they will eventually kill them. That's all Biafrans are saying. They do not want to be part of that. So the survival whistle must be carried by all Biafrans across the world. We will start the distribution in the next couple of weeks, and this whistle will serve as a lifesaver for all Biafrans. You will blow it when you see these Fulani terrorists that are in our land, destroying our farms, destroying our economic resources, killing our people, forcefully kidnapping our people, occupying our lands. You will blow the whistle. And every single Biafran, once you hear the whistle, you blow it and continue blowing it and keep moving to that venue where that whistle is being sounded. It is an alert mechanism. We will use it to save our lives. Before the distribution starts, we'll have a seminar to educate you more where, when, how, what to use our survival whistle. The survival whistle will also be used to remove the reintegrated terrorists wearing Nigerian military, police uniform, security, Ebubago, Udogachi, anyone, even those that call themselves ESN. This survival whistle will be used to remove them from our land because all they do is kill us. No reintegrated terrorists in Biafra land wearing Nigerian military, police uniform is our friend. All of them, and their agents and their politicians they support, they are our enemies and they must leave our land. Biafrans, I got my survival whistle. This is a sample of my survival whistle. You all can see that. It landed. I'm so happy they sent mine. Those in Biafra land that are in charge of the survival whistle, thank you so much for sending mine. Every Biafran, you must have the survival whistle. Look at it. You can put it in your purse. You can put it in your pocket. It is like your identity. Anytime you're leaving your home, you must carry it. This will save your life. 50 million Biafrans will get this survival whistle free of charge. And from there, I think we're trying to do a special fundraising for our survival whistle. From the manufacturers, I think it's about 0.09 cents. Yeah, about 0.09 cents. And we already have thousands of Biafrans, many Biafrans that are placing orders for the survival whistle for their community. 0.9 cents of dollar. We have wonderful Biafrans. Thanks, people like Sister Oleune, our sports minister, many of them that have played orders for almost over 1,000 whistles for their community. We can do that. So hopefully we will let you know, Biafrans, when we are going to be doing the fundraising to get more whistles. We already ordered about 10 million copies, but we need more. We need at least 50 million of these whistles. And we thank the wonderful company that is helping us to specifically make this survival whistle. It's specially made. There are one or two things in this whistle that you will know about once you receive that. It's not an ordinary whistle. So we thank this company for putting those special marks on this whistle. That would differentiate it from any whistle you see anywhere. I think that's it all from me, dear friends. I thank you so much. On that note, I open this fundraising and I welcome everyone to this fundraising. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Her Excellency, Dr. Orabeze. Orabeze, please. A round of applause for that beautiful, beautiful brief. There one. Thank you. The courage, resilience, restlessness the United States of Biafra has exhibited so far has exemplified us as the epitome and audacity of freedom in the presence of genocide committed against us by the genocidist Nigerian government and her terrorist jihadist Fulani. The proven fact and truth is that no ethnic group in Nigeria is hated as much as the Biafrans. And when you are a child from childhood, you sleep and all you dream and all that goes through your mind, because what goes through your mind transitions or translates into the dreams that you have. I want the Nigerian government to know that right from childhood, any Biafran child has been tormented by this ethnic hatred. Every Biafran child, even from school, when you go to school where you have different tribes, they will always single out a Biafran child and what it has done to us. For the fact that no ethnic group is hated as much as we Biafrans, our children, this generation, now knows that the only solution is Biafra freedom. And I'm nothing going to stop it. The month of May is the month that rings a bell forever to us, because it's the month that we remember those that died because of their willingness and patriotism to Biafra freedom. So it does not matter what anyone else that is not a Biafran thinks. In Igbo, there's a proverb that says, we are the ones experiencing it. Other people are not in our shoes. Therefore, they can say whatever they want to say. But the fact remains that we are absolutely hated by the Nigerian government. Even other ethnic tribes have in their platform or in the news or in the different areas testified this hatred. They have witnessed it and they have heard it. That's the reason what we're doing here must be done, and nobody can tell us not to do it. So each and every one of us do, and your inactions is telling a story, is making a statement. Your inaction of not supporting what we are doing, that means you are happy being a slave in the hands of the Nigerian government. If that's where you want to be, when we get our Biafran, it's either you stay with us because we don't discard our own. It's your choice. But it is the choice of the collective Biafrans to get this freedom. And that's what we are here to do today. My amiable Secretary of Communication, I pass it over to you so that we can move in fast to.
And we having the power to use our resources to develop our land, develop our people, and make the life better for our people. The earlier we realize that it is not about any individual, that we all must be part of this process. Every single Biafran is a soldier, like I said. Every single Biafran is a soldier. Now, that soldier spirit must come out in every single Biafran, both home and abroad. So it is about all of us. It is all about all of us to live peacefully in our community where we want to just relax and enjoy our community without partnering, moving around together with reintegrated terrorists that are brought in by Nigeria, Tinubu and Christopher Musa. That's what, and we've already declared our independence. That enclave, we must protect our border. When they say America is protecting their border, the way Biafrans, the protection of Biafran border is going to be as tight as possible. That is why our country is going to be one of the best countries in Africa, in the world. We will ensure that we live in a country where nobody is going to come in and disturb the peace of any Biafran. We will respect and protect the right of every individual inside Biafra land, as long as you follow the Constitution of the United States of Biafra. So anybody that is calling my name or telling you about COS or about Dr. Ngozi, the person does not have a grasp of what we are doing. It's not about me, just like you said. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead. How do we even comprehend? How do you think that they just come out to say it just to hurt the other person? I mean, not hurting me anyway, but they've destroyed their soul. They destroy out to say or lie against another Biafran for something they are not sure of. To just liaise with her criminal, stupid idiots that are online, just parading themselves as those that want Biafra. Those are not the kind. If Biafra is going to be like this kind of individual and her boss or her cohorts, we don't need that kind of Biafra. Why is she lying publicly to Biafrans? Why the lie? Is it about Dr. Orabueze? Biafra is not about me. But why lie against her when she truly knows that what she's saying is not true? The worst part is that this individual, I was in California. I traveled to California. This individual came to visit me and visit my daughter. She came to visit my daughter who lives in California. My first daughter, she's a medical doctor. And this individual saw my daughter. And then this individual, we boldly go on to Biafrans that all my kids were born by a felony man. How do we comprehend that? Is it just to hurt me, or is it just to prove what point?
It's a pity.
It is a pity.
It's a pity.
What our leader Nnamdi Kanu and Onyendu and our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has gone through in the hand of these criminals. And then you wonder the kind of lies they feed our Prime Minister and Onyendu. They feed them so much, with so much lies. Sometimes you see some of our leaders, they just act, things you'll be asking, is it Onyendu or is it Prime Minister that did this kind of thing? Because they have these mediocres that surround them with lies and falsehood and the lack of integrity, just following them like ants, that's bees that saw honey. Biafrans, we can never ever build a country with this kind of mediocres and liars and people of low life and low integrity, no life. We can never build a country, and do not ever allow yourself to get caught up in their stupidity. Thank you so much. Please continue.
Thank you, my DPM. The only way to top it up is that I'm still going through the homesick you gave us 2 weeks ago when you talk about Fege. I spent my teenage age growing up in Fege. I know Fege very well. Yeah. I know Oga Street. I know the building very well. I know everything about Fege. Part of my childhood was in Fege.
Okay.
So just to top it up, I'm still going through the homesick. Because I always remember.
I know. They're going home. We are already at home. That's why we need this money as much as possible to equip the BDF and BLA to protect our land.
Exactly.
As far as
DPM, Mazieke is dipping his hand into his pocket. Go ahead, sir. DPM.
Who's that?
I beg you. I beg you. Go ahead, Maz. Go. You were saying something. DPM. Let's get that money. More money from.
And we always trusted California. I mean, it's a huge. I mean,
Don't
trust me.
get it last though.
We trust Californians, and the worst case is when you see these liars and criminals that say they're gonna drag the whole California to this other black market fundraising, and at the end of the day, you don't even see two Californians in the black market fundraising. You begin to wonder. I mean. Hello. Where are all the Californians? You've been boasting. You're gonna drag into your black market fundraising. That's what we're gonna be calling them from now. You know, and all that boasting, all that California. Follow me. Wait for me. All of us are gonna go to this black market fundraising. And that day she's sitting there like Uncle Minimana. She's just like, you look at her, you know, she's just gone. The little integrity she has is just left of her because of her lies. And I just tell Biafrans, it's good you don't like Dr. Orabueze, and I respect you, but don't come to Biafrans and lie to them about me. If you don't hate me, that's fine. If you don't like me, that's fine. But do not go and frame lies about me and come to tell it to Biafrans, because they'll find out the truth. And once they discover you will be the trash, Biafrans are going to be marching upon. That's just one thing I'm going to. And again, I want to also let Biafrans know. You see this restoration, this final push, there is already a template established by our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa.
Wow.
That template is there. And the videos, the meetings have been sent out to Biafran, and I'll be able to encourage Biafrans to go back and watch that. The template for the restoration of the United States of Biafra, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa already laid it 2 years in the past.
Amen.
2 years. Some of these criminals have no reason to be doing what they are doing. I promise you, they have no reason. If not for their criminality, they just have no reason to be doing what they are doing. The Prime Minister, before Finland started acting like Nigeria, the Prime Minister specifically constituted a 4-man committee that we put in the structure for the United States of Biafra from day 1 of the declaration, not day 2. Immediately Biafra is declared. Our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa gave the power for that committee to start acting from day 1 of the declaration. That template is exactly what we were following, what we are following. But these criminals, they do not respect Obatode. They do not even respect Nnamdi Kanu. They don't have no respect for authority. Because if they have respect for the Prime Minister, that instruction, their leader, their so-called leader, who they call Obatode, everywhere, flying all over. We all know how Benjamin Madupugu was going to the DSS looking for Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. Until Onyendu just bullshit that idiot, that criminal. So do not be surprised when some of these same criminals come out to tell you, oh, they are going to see Onyendu, see Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Oh, they don't know Simon Ekpa. They do not have a clue about who the Prime Minister is. They don't have respect for him. Because if they have respect for him, those rules that were set down by the Prime Minister before the Finland problem, they must respect that. But because they are charlatans, they are mediocre, they don't even understand the rules. They don't understand nothing. When you see that crop of these black markets, it's all the same, all of them. And every day I know the Prime Minister keeps praying, they keep staying together and removing the remaining ones that are hanging anywhere to go join them. They have no respect for Dogu. They have none, zero. Neither do they have respect for Nnamdi Kanu. They don't have any. That's why you see them swinging from pillar to post, pillar to post, pillar to post. Low life men and women, no integrity. Some of them, when they talk, your shame, their own shame, go to shame. You go to shame for them. Some of the things they do.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's continue. I just want to let Biafrans know that these criminals and their lies, we can never build a country, a good country, a world-class country with liars like that. You even be in the same organization with somebody like that. It is a problem. I mean, I can't help anyone anyway. Those of you that can help, that's good. But how can you help somebody that outrightly lies? And the person was standing there in Finland when I was the first person that signed that document for the declaration. Apart from the ones I signed when I declared on behalf of Obatobie. When everyone was called to go and sign, I was the first person that signed. And this riffraff, this mediocre said that I did not sign. Uchobi, the European rep, I believe was the second or third person that signed. And she said Uchobi did not sign, that it was me that put Uchobi's name in the document, a legal document for the United States of Biafra, a legal document we will present in any law court in the world to show them about the declaration of the United States of Biafra. Just like Americans converged in Pennsylvania,
yes.
for America and signed the signatures.
Yes.
That's exactly. And this Atoro, this Anumano, this fool idiot that claims to use to cover her psychotic episode, now say that I did not sign, Uche did not sign. And she was the fourth person that signed, right behind Uche Obi, right behind Professor Chomo Okoma. I mean, how can you help somebody like this?
No mercantilism.
Again, it baffles me.
You have to help her because you are under psychiatry.
Yeah, let's presume that she forgot, because she said something like she saw somebody online. Those individuals she called, they were the people that signed on the second day, not on the first day. And
Ada di ora mma na-achọ onye oya enye poison. That is why Uche adrozi ya. Ọ na-achọ onye oya enye nsi na Finland. Wicked woman.
And I told this individual to go and man that signature document. I told her to go and stand there to man it. I would have given that task to somebody else. But I told her to go and stand there to man it. I gave her that instruction. So this one, she's confusing Biafra. She was the one that overseer, make sure everyone is signed and all that. I gave her that instruction to go and man that book to ensure that people are orderly, that people signed only once.
Confirm, DPM, confirm.
Confirm. Yes, Honorable Olewune was right there. I gave her that order. I could have given it to somebody else.
DPM, you're going to talk what you don't want to talk before, please. please. I know we asked you, can we change that name of because I wanted to make a confession. When we talk about what is sabotage, people think it's something. I sabotage, and I'm even ready today to take the punishment. If he tells me to abdicate my position as rep in Sweden, I can do it, and the government will give me pension, or the government will give me punishment, either a spell or anything. I am ready to go for suspension or for anything, because I sabotage. I am a sabotike for that thing to happen. So I'm making this confession. So DPM, please, can that name be changed from Otunokezuno to United States of Biafra, Sweden? That's what our request. Then you present my case to the Biafran cabinet.
Again, as far as the United States of Biafra government is concerned, that group does not exist anymore. It does not exist.
Everybody should. It's time to announce it. Everybody there, knowing that you are with government, should pull out from that place.
Yeah.
I'm going there to pull out.
Hold on. Remember, when Obatobia was around, there was only two groups. Let me say the third one. Only two groups that officially Obatobia allowed as a social group. They were not official group of the United States of Biafra government. So one of them is Otunoko, this one. The second one, Biafra is our religion, Biafra is our home. These are the two groups, social groups.
How about the moving train?
The moving train is there along the line and not again. Yeah, but Odogu was able to officially through recommendations recognize these two groups as a social group that anything they're doing, we can always
ndị be anyị ngwadalụli nne nkunu si wee na-esonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Ka efi were ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ihe Biafran Chief of Staff kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ bụ Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE. Gịnị ka i were ikwu n'ụdị nke gị gbasịta maka ebe ife ndị a niile nọ okwu n'iru akwụkwọ? Drọpụọla ya alụ gị, drọpụọla ife iche n'ụdị nke gị ka a mara ife iche your own reaction gbasịta maka ebe ife na Eastern News 24 ebe anyị si were wetara onye bụ ozi. Ọzọ dị ka ịbịa bụ tụsakwa ya bụ ozi ka ụmụnne anyị dozi n'ebe dị iche iche wee marakwa ife na-emenụ and wee mara the update on the latest development on Biafra Republic government in exile. Daalụ rinne na ụmụnne m, ka emesịanụ.